Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, filming in S-Log3, it still makes me nervous, like really nervous. Okay, maybe not that nervous, but I am always a little worried that I've messed the exposure up and the footage will be ruined when I look at it later on. You spend all that time setting up the shot, thinking you've got it spot on, then you bring it to an editing software and you realise it's either too noisy, too clipped, or it's just unusable. And without that instant feedback, or that look in camera, you're kind of just left guessing. But I found that once you learn to use a few key features inside the camera, that fear starts to go away. First off, you'll want to turn on Camera Display Assist. It doesn't affect your footage, it just gives you an idea of what it might look like after grading. It's way easier to judge exposure this way. Then you can use zebras. I set mine to 94+ and try to keep them just barely touching the skin. That way I know I'm not overexposing, but it's still bright enough for grading. Another underrated tool is using the focus area for targeted exposure. Zone in on your subject and check if your exposure compensation shows around +1.3. This usually gives clean highlights and shadows. The reality is, you're just going to have to push record and go for it. The tools are there to guide you, but the confidence will only come from actually doing it. Not every shot's going to be perfect, but the more we shoot, the more our eyes will adapt, and the less unsure we'll become. So, with exposure out the way, next up is the fun part, color grading. I'm going to walk you through how I attempt to bring some flat looking clips to life in Premiere Pro with the use of Dehancer Pro. So let's give it a go. Bismillah. That's it.